Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're going to get straight into a video, and it's a short one, but I just want to go through a few points before I start it. What I realised about what Lucy was trying to do, obviously, we believe she was the one that lured Jay to Tenerife and promised him, I think, a good time. Also, that he's going to have a lot of freebies with the rugs and enjoy himself as well. And I do think that when Lucy realised that Jay was gone and she technically pretended that he'd been, that something's happened, but she didn't know where he was, that he'd gone missing, that it was his own fault. She was quite clever, is that she knew that one of the things she would have to do to get a story out is overwhelm the family to say this happened, 101 things, and hope that Debbie will forgive her. But the thing is, when this will all come out, Lucy basically disregarded everything about the case, and I think she stopped talking to the family, Debbie, and it's just really disgusting, to be honest with you, totally disgusting at the end of the day, because I think Debbie had a lot of questions. And I think as soon as the funeral was over and they thought things had, the accident crew and the Jay's supposed friends had lied on many, many occasions, they thought, I think that was the end of it. Let me play this anyway, this little video.
Well, like, you know, thanks for what you've done. Thanks for reporting him missing, but obviously not knowing anything else at that point. I was just saying, like, because she's only a kid herself, she's only 18, and I said, like, thanks for reporting it, but then obviously after that, it was like, just so many questions. So it was just like thinking, like, if you knew his location, well, why didn't you just go to him? But I don't want to change anything. I just drive myself insane thinking about, why didn't she ring me straight away? She was that worried, and she was ringing the police at that point. Why didn't she ring his mum? Because she knows that the bond that me and Jay, she knew the special bond that me and Jay.
Very, very sad, and I really do feel for Debbie there. But why I wanted to go back on this is because, like I said, those questions Debbie asked, if there was a problem, why didn't you call? If there was a money problem and Jay needed me, his mum and dad would have bailed him out. Even if it was about money, even if he owed money for rugs, that would have been resolved. But I think why Lucy feels aggrieved, because like I said, I don't think she expected Jay to be killed, but like I said, I think things had spiraled out of control. I think he got hurt on that the beach and outside the club as well. And I think from him going on the Maruba, I just don't think he was alive a few hours after that. That's my view on that. And this is why I think Abbott was involved for the cover-up story, and he was brought in to resolve it. And I think that's why he had been the front man, going on lives and podcasts and stuff, talking to Mark Williams Thomas. And like I said, why is it that Lucy is acting as though she doesn't really know who he is? And also Brandon, and Brad's kept out of it, and I think it's because of Rachel. I do think that, and I think MWT probably wanted to talk to Brad, but Brad, I think he's the weak link and may have said things that he shouldn't have, and I think he's been protected by his mum. But like I said, those simple questions have never been answered to Debbie by Lucy, Brad, Brandon. I think, to be honest with you, I think Debbie's had a lot of time to think about things. And like I said, we're going back to August of last year. So it just tells you how much the family have been left in limbo about their son who went on holiday and never come back. It's just so sad, to be honest with you. So in the early days, I think Debbie did have her suspicions that something wrong. But like I said, I hope now that the family have built a case to sort of ask as many questions as possible to get the truth into what happened to Jay Slater. You know, I think we've got between 80 and 85% in what happened and why. And like I said, many people are placing Tom Hilton there as well, which would make a massive, massive difference to this case as well, if someone had more evidence on this as well. Let me know what you think, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel, and there's more to come. Thank you.